I know it's been a while, but that's because I've been kinda busy, but I'm back now. In recent times, I have been non-stop playing Marvel Rivals, a brand new hero shooter which kinda wins at being a hero shooter. From the good, sometimes good decisions by the devs, to the character designs, the character dialogues, the characters in general. And we all love them for it. And I've been on Instagram a lot, and I've seen like so many fan creations of Rivals renders that people create that I wondered, can I actually recreate this? Obviously not, but I kind of want to attempt that, so... Hey there all of you creators, it is me, good old TJ, and welcome back to my channel. It is good to be back. And in this video, I'm going to attempt to try and recreate the Marvel Rivals art style as best as I possibly can. I mean, I know it's not going to be easy, and with my current art skill, it's probably definitely not easy. But after drawing Word Girl one time, yeah, I think I'm as confident as I possibly can. If you didn't see that post, and if you want to see it in depth, then I suggest you go look at my Instagram, but that's besides the point. Now, the Rivals art style, from looking at it, I can kind of, I kind of did picture how to actually recreate that. It's just when I actually do it, my brain just kind of offs and ons again. And I did this with my laptop instead of my PC that I always draw on. So some quality changes may be, well, abrupt from my other videos, but yeah, I'm just here to draw and do what I do best. Now, if you don't mind, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the speed painting. Well, while I commentary it, that is. Eternal. When it came to how the Rivals art style looks, everything looks so superb. Like the character designs filled with the exaggerated swagger of a Marvel universe, which gives me goosebumps every single time these characters are designed this way. And it low-key has me excited for future characters that would get in. And of course, the question always is, what if I applied that to a character of my own? Well, not because I'm just you know, trying to self-insert myself in every situation possible, which is something I rarely even do. But I wanted to see, if these artists could, if these other artists could, have the power to do that. I want to know if I have the power to do that. And of course, when it came time to actually getting started, I had no idea where to start. Don't get me wrong, I'm no artist. I'm merely just the guy who makes the good stories, and the art styles I draw is just a part of the charm. But a big part of my art styles is keeping things as simple as possible as to maintain the art style of, well, my franchise entirely. So yeah, obviously I'm no artist, but you gotta start somewhere. Eventually. So utilizing some renders of characters, mostly Spider-Man, to just for some inspiration, I got started. Now, this is gonna be my first time drawing something super duper realistic. It's super surreal in a way. But back to the project at hand. Now, drawing Teen again, it's I'm trying my best not to make him as buff as possible since, well, he is a teenager. So I'm trying my best to make him as thin as possible, but I accidentally failed that, as you will see later on. But it's nothing too major, it's just it is what it is, basically. When it comes to anatomy, I'm not the best at it. As you can see, that this is how I sketch my outings. I don't just do a bunch of shapes. This is the wrong way to do it. If you're a new artist and you're seeing me do it, do not follow my example. Under no circumstances, do not follow my example. No way. But back to this, I'd say I did a pretty good job sketching the outer shell of how Teen would actually look. When it comes to the faces, that's when I had the most trouble, because I had to capture my face in his face. We both look identical, so I had to get that right. I also had to give him a smirk, as if he's you know, just seeing the greatest fight of his life. And I gave him an open palm in one hand, because, well, he's the last Zaytonian, and he always has to be ready in order to conjure up anything, and that was a black screen. You just saw that. My bad. It was a recording mistake. I had to make the render smaller and make it match. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a decent job. Now, when it comes to the hair, I didn't know whether or not to just add his accurate hair or just give him a black version of it. But I managed my own ways. So I drew the original hair, and then drew dreads over it to kind of give myself an outline of how realistic hair can be. Because if you know me, I don't draw like the highest details when it comes to hair. So I just keep it minimal. But this is my first time actually doing something, well, advanced with the hair, and I think I did a good job on it. Finishing up the face, it's time to get started on the outfit. Now, in terms of outfit, I was going to give him his regular outfit, but I figured that that's not going to work, so I decided to merge his super suit, which is something you guys haven't seen yet, and his regular everyday outfit, and the results are seamless in about a few minutes when you look at how finished I am with this. Now, how I handle character design is way different than how your traditional artists use. I mean, sure, I have concept arts of my other designs, but like, all I do is just design out and just have fun and play around with different ideas and see what sticks, and if it sticks, I'm keeping it on the thing. No crumbs left behind. Well, except for the crumbs that are just like fed into the thing, but yeah, I'll stop talking about crumbs for some weird reason. Now, in terms of gameplay wise, because I feel like I should just talk about this since I'm designing Teen this way, I think he would make sense if he was a duelist. That being your fighter type, you probably already know. I probably shouldn't have like described it or in some way, shape, or form. Of course, his main move would be like throwing pixels at his opponents, obviously. His melee move would be like close-up pixel punching, which is, yeah, definitely something. His first move would obviously be Pixel Punch. His second move would be Pixel Shuriken. His other move would be Pixel Ground Pound, which would, essentially he'd pound the ground and lift enemies into the air, thus making them easy targets for the future. And I feel as though this is probably the right time. His ultimate ability would be Pixel Storm. God, I sound like a Marvel fan. I actually like this. I want to talk more about his lore, but I figured I'd just pretty much save it for when the time is right, basically. Anyways, about the line art, I actually did pay attention to Marvel Rivals line art, and I gotta be honest, I actually like the messiness of some art styles, because it's actually super duper cool looking at it like up close. Like, you can see literally just the art lines on the shoulders and such. So I try to replicate that here for the future, just in case if I need to color the outlines, basically. Oh, and if you saw that little tidbit, I actually did draw him with his mask on, because like, I didn't know whether or not I wanted him to be like with the mask or without the mask, but it's just in case, just in case I feel like it, Hey guys, we have like some technical difficulties. I normally don't do this, but we have some technical difficulties. Okay, so as I was checking the recordings, the recordings for when I colored the character is gone. Like it was so frustrating that, like, honestly, I'm over it. Like, this is future me, I'm over it. But it really upset me when I found out that you guys will never get to see the coloring process. But the show must go on, because the rest of the recording, the rest of the recording was saved, but the coloring process, it's gone. So just like, I don't know, just bear with me, and just like, if you're still interested in the finished product, because that is what's gonna be in this video. If you're still interested, then please stick around, but yeah, that's just letting you guys know. So thank you all for this broadcast, and let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Now, when it came to shading, Spider-Man, Winter Soldier, and all the other characters were a huge help for this, because I'm not good at shading at all. Well, despite everything else that I've been through, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, the more realistic something is, the harder it is for me to shade it, well, normally. I've tried my best applying, like, a lot of hues, a lot of, well, anything, really, and the results, it kind of varies, but I guess I just gave up at some point and just decided to add my own style, rather than just trying to mirror a style that, well, not necessarily is mine. Color theory really helped me out here, because I was struggling trying to figure out the angles and stuff, but I managed to make it work in the end somehow. Now, I'm not sure if there's like much more to say about this whole process right here, but yeah, basically just it's a whole matter of shading until you get to the hard part, which is the outlines, and that's what I started doing. I started coloring the outlines, which is something I've always wanted to do. Now, paying attention to the Marvel outlines, like, it's like The Rivals outlines are awesome, and I gotta find out if there's like a reason for some characters having like red outlines, or just some characters just not having them near there at all. Like, there has to be some sort of reason that I didn't see there, but so let me know if I made some sort of mistake, if there is a reason. But yeah, it's a whole matter of just coloring and a bunch of nonsense trying to, well, mimic what I'm looking at on my phone. I think I somehow figured it out at some point during this. It's just like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time remembering that. But anyways, it's a term of it's a matter of highlighting and shading what's left of, well, anything. And I gotta be honest, it's like kind of fun in a way. still kind of fun in a way, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not really sure what else to say about this. It's just a matter of shading. Like, not sure if there's like a method to this. It's like, yeah, I'm just like not sure if there's a method to this. It's just a matter of shading. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect. It's like I just decided at some point I just decided to give up and do my own thing, and it works wonders. And yeah, obviously it's not perfect, but it's my style and I'm sticking to it. And yeah, I think that's about gonna wrap it up, pretty much. So yeah, and then I had to clean it up and make it look pretty and just, you know, just do the best I can. And yeah, here's the final result. Screw it. Here's the final result. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with just how this turned out. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. So, thank you all for tuning in if you did, and I will definitely see you all later. This has been, like, I don't know, an experience. Maybe this will help me draw better, in a way. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and yeah, don't be a stranger.